Welcome to history class. Today we are going to discuss lesson 6, urbanization, growth of working class and workers movement. Before going through the lesson, we will go through the objectives of the lesson. The objectives are to discuss industrial revolution, in which we will discuss about urbanization, growth of working class and workers movement. Then the next topic we will discuss in this chapter is socialist movement in Germany, where we will discuss Bismarck and the German socialist after the First World War. And the last topic we will be discussing here will be suffragette movement. And in today's session we will be discussing about industrial revolution, where we will discuss about urbanization, growth of working class and workers movement. Before we go ahead, we will go through the new terms of this lesson. Industrial revolution, setting up of industries at large scale. Urbanization, movement of people from rural to urban areas or cities. Amelioration, to improve something. Capitalist, the person who invests money in business. And the last term is communism, the economic system which favors government control on means of production. Industrial revolution, we had already discussed in the new term, is transformation from agrarian economy to modern economy. In this topic, we will be discussing about urbanization, growth of working class and workers movement in detail. So in this module, first we will discuss about urbanization, then we will be discussing about the growth of working class, the labor class, and at last we will discuss about the workers movement or the movement started by the labor class. First we will go through the background of industrial revolution. In the ancient Europe, it was domestic system of production which was prevalent. According to that, production was done at home with the help of simple tools or equipments, with the help of technology and with the help of some invention, especially steam engine, which was invented by James Watt. Domestic system of production changed into factory system of production, where production was done in factories with heavy machines. Industrial revolution gave rise to three phenomena: urbanization or growth of towns, working class and workers movement. The first result of industrial revolution was urbanization or growth of towns. People from villages left villages and came out in towns in search of job. People deserted villages in search of the job because they wanted work. So population in urban areas or cities increased rapidly. So there was shift of population from rural areas to urban areas as a result of industrial revolution. The effect of this urbanization was both positive and negative. In positive sense, it helped in generation of employment for the poor people, those who were involved in agriculture earlier, but they actually were not doing any productive work in agriculture. They could find jobs in industries and raise their standard of living. That was a positive point of urbanization. But the negative point was the areas of slums increased. The slum areas are characterized by poor housing and sanitation. So this was the direct result of urbanization, that there was increase in the slum areas in the cities where the housing condition was not proper and the sanitation was not clean, and it was impossible to supply water supply there. As you can see on your screen, the miserable living conditions of the slum, which was a negative effect of the urbanization. Industrial revolution gave rise to urbanization, which in turn gave rise to another system of capitalist system. The capitalist system was the system according to which the system of production was owned by the private sector. Here government usually didn't interfere in the production sector, and all the means of production were privately owned by the individuals. So this type of system, the capitalist system, gave rise to two classes. One was the capitalist and second was the workers. The capitalist was the owner of the industries, whereas the workers were the laborers or the wage earners. Here wage earner means a person who earns daily for his labor. So there were two type of classes which emerged in our society, capitalist and workers. The capitalist was the profit earner. He used to invest to earn profit, whereas the worker or the laborer used to be exploited by the capitalist. Let us understand by this picture, there were three groups of people in a society. On the top you can see the higher class, then there was middle class, and at the last the proletariat. The proletariats were the workers or the laborers, and the capitalists were the factory or the industry owners who used to exploit the workers. This capitalist system, the women and the children also became the laborers. So workers included both men, women and children. As you can see in the picture, the children and the women both were. Now, Industrial Revolution also gave to workers' movement. We have already discussed that according to the capitalist system, there were two groups in the society, the capitalist and the workers. The workers were the one who were initially engaged in agriculture, but now because of setting up bigger industries, they have come in the urban areas, and that started the process of urbanization. Now these workers, because they were together now in cities, they formed unity. There was a sense of solidarity in the working class. They started sharing their problems and their sorrows and the exploitation done with them by the capitalists, so they formed a sense of unity. In order to improve the lot of the workers and to improve the working condition of the workers formed the trade unions. These trade unions work for increasing the wages of the laborers and to reduce the working hour of the laborers and to improve their condition. Many philosophers like James Bronitter and Karl Marx supported these trade unions, and they criticized the capitalist system and favored communism. Communism we have already done in the new term. Communism means that the government favors that all the economic means of production should be under the control of the government, and there should be no private property. Karl Marx specially supported communism, and he criticized capitalism in his book The Communist Manifesto. To explore more on this topic, these are the YouTube links that you should go through, and these are the two questions mainly we have discussed in this session. Mention one important aspect of Industrial Revolution and what was the demand of the socialist. Try to answer both the questions, and I hope you have understood till here. With the help of this explanation and internet, you are advised to make the notes of the above topic. Thank you.